Hello everyone, myself Bipin. Welcome back once again. So we will continue today the second part of geomorphology, and today we will study about origin of continents and theory related to it. So first theory is continental drift theory by Alfred Wegener. So actually Alfred Wegener challenged the permanency theory of continents, and he proposed his own theory where he divided continents. He considered a supercontinent which was existed earlier, almost almost like 250 million years ago, which he named Pangaea. For continental drift 3, he had some assumptions. The first one is jigsaw fit of continents. If you will look the world map, you will find that South America and Africa can be fit together if you will bring close each one. Second, he proposed the rock structure of different continents, sort same property like Western Africa and South America. Both continents have the same properties of rocks. Third, a presence of similar mountain ranges in across North America and Europe, like Appalachians of North America and Scottish Islands. Fourth is placer deposits. So in placer deposits, when minerals are deposited, when minerals are deposited far away from its origin point is called a placer deposit with the help of river or so these are the agents like river or rainfall act as the agent for deposition. Uh, for example, like gold deposits are found in Africa and its source rock is in the eastern South America. This shows that the both continent was together in earlier time. Fifth is glacial striation, that is Patti का बनना. ये आप found in South America, South Africa, Peninsular India, and Australia, and of same nature. It is created only because of movement of glacial action. When glacial moves, it rubs against rocks and create a striation, that is Patti. And that glacial deposits are called as stelates. Sixth, he gave us fossils of species who could not have traveled across ocean. It means that वैसा species जो पानी में travel नहीं कर सकते, like Mesosaurus lives in fresh water, was found in South America and Africa. It means earlier continent was one landmass. That's why they can be found at two places. So from the above evidences, Wegener proposed there was a giant landmass called as Pangaea, and it was surrounded by a water body called as Pansala. And later he suggested that Pangaea broke into two parts after some times. First part considered as Laurasia, it includes North America and Eurasia. Second is Gondwana land, that is South America, Africa, and India. All these parts were included. For this drift, for the drift between the continents, he observed two types of forces responsible for westward drift of continents and like in North America and South America and movement away from the pole. ये दो तरह का मूवमेंट उसने ऑब्जर्व किया. Reason, so for the breaking of continents, he cited two reasons for the movement of continents away from each other. So the first one is, wait a second, I will take highlighter. So this one is for westward drift, that is of continents, gravitational pull of moon or tidal force is responsible. This gravitational pull by moon leads to breakage of continents and their movements to westward. And for the movement of continent away from the poles, he said two forces are responsible: centrifugal force and force of buoyancy. That force of buoyancy, force applied by water, is called biospheres we studied. However, from here we can conclude that although Wegener's assumptions are not fully correct, there are later period of time, like it was considered as that gravitational pull of moon is not so strong enough that it will break continent into two parts. So that was one demerit. However, merits of continental drift theories, it talked about movement of continents. So from there onwards, geographer or scientists started to explore more about continent formation. Again, talked about mountain formation like Rockies and Andes in South America formed due to westward drift of continent. Limitation of continental drift theories, assumption regarding interior was incorrect. So if we talk about interior assumption, this was interior of Earth Sigma, that is silica and magnesium. According to Wegener's assumption, Sial represent continental landmass which could float freely over Sigma or oceanic. So his assumption also got wrong. And the reason cited for separation of continents or we can say breakdown of continents into two parts was incorrect. Actually both assumption was incorrect. Mountain formation के regarding जो उसने theory दिया that is west driftward movement, वो भी पूरी तरह से सही नहीं था mountain formation से regarding. After that, other theory which came, that is conventional current theory. So convection current theory was proposed by Arthur Holmes, and according to Arthur Holmes, he suggested that convection current are generated due to interior heat of the earth, that is the heat found in mental part of the earth. उसकी वजह से कन्वेक्शन करंट का फॉर्मेशन होता है, जिसके वजह से थर्मल इंग्रेडिएंट दैट इज थर्मल डिफरेंस का फॉर्मेशन होता है. और आफ्टर दैट, so Arthur Holmes suggested that due to this heat inside the earth, that is in mental part of the earth, this heat created convection inside the earth, which leads to friction, and because of that friction, drag happened. Like the convection currents occupy the entire mantle, and when rising lengths of these currents meet, they put a frictional drag on the base of lithospheric plates, and divergence of lithospheric plates occur, and falling limbs result in convergence of plates. So basically आर्थर हॉल्म्स का यही था कि प्लेट का सेपरेशन जो हो रहा है, कंटिनेंट का सेपरेशन, वो बिकॉज ऑफ जो मेंटल के अंदर कन्वेक्शन करंट का फॉर्मेशन और बिकॉज ऑफ ट्रांसफर ऑफ हीट, उसके वजह से कंटिनेंट का सेपरेशन हो रहा है. कन्वेक्शन आपको पता होगा दैट इज ट्रांसफर ऑफ हीट मॉलिक्यूल्स of water upward and cooler molecules downward. So this one is basic. Other theories see floor spreading given by Harry Hess. So according to him, oceanic floor getting created and consumed around mid-oceanic ridge due to volcanic eruption. And mid-oceanic ridge का formation divergence of tectonic plate के कारण होता है. ये just for the mention. What happened is older crust gets consumed or destroyed at ocean continental boundary and its fall ocean trenches. तो हैरी हेस का क्या ऑब्जर्वेशन था? So हैरी हेस के अनुसार oceans are not featureless plain. It contains mid-oceanic ridges, rise trenches, abyssal plain, seamount. So ocean में ये सारे physical features available हैं. Oceanic rocks sample nowhere more than 200 million year old. It means कि due to volcanic eruption हर बार oceanic crust new formation होते रहता है. Near mid oceanic ridges, rock samples were younger. That is newer crust formed because of volcanic eruption obviously. Limitation क्या था इसका? Limitation is it does not explain the small features of ocean floors, does not talk about the movement of continents, and does not speak in terms of lithospheric regions. Like प्लेट के बारे में बहुत ज़्यादा बात ये नहीं करता है. As per the theory, every ocean should have simultaneous existence of ridges and trenches, but that is not the case. इस theory के अनुसार. But this theory, positive point of this theory found base for plate tectonic theory. So plate tectonic theory, it was proposed by Mackenzie and Parker and also by Morgan in 1967. So plate tectonic is nothing but a movement of lithospheric plates due to internal forces emanating from Earth's interior. So here is lithosphere is broken into plates. Lithosphere is composed of crust plus upper solid material. ये lithosphere का structure. These plates moves over the molten mantle, which also called as asthenosphere part. Plates move relative to each other. Plates move because of convection current in mantle. This current will push the plates away from each other. You can see here, this is how plate tectonic theory works here. Like this is convection currents, and it move plates away from each other. This is the moving plate away from. This is called actually divergent plate bonding. So So, as per the plate tectonic series, there are three types of convergence, three types of plate, that is convergent plates, divergent plates, and transform plates. So, convergent plates, when two plates comes towards each other, then it is called convergent. Divergent plates, when two plates move away from each other, that is called divergent plates. And transform plates are those plates which run or which move parallel to each other. That is called transform plates. And what one basic assumption is that heavier and denser plate always goes under subduction. And in ocean and continental plate, ocean crust is always heavier than continental crust because ocean crust has high density. One other thing here is, according to plate tectonic theory, mm, lithosphere divided into 7 major plates and some minor plates. 7 major plates are Antarctic and surrounding ocean plate, then North American plate, then South American plate, Pacific plate, India, Australia, New Zealand plate, then Africa with Eastern Atlantic floor plate, and Eurasian and adjacent oceanic plates. In minor plates, you can consider the Arabian plates, Philippine plates. These are the minor plates. So now let's see the types of convergence. So first one is oceanic plate and continental plate convergence. So we'll study here what types of landforms are formed and what natural phenomenon occur. So in oceanic plate and continental plate, when they merge, that is what happens is convergence of these two plates. So first of all, which one will go in subduction? In ocean and continental, oceanic plate will always go in subduction. Remember this. And landforms like fold mountains will form. For example, Andes Mountains was the result of oceanic plate and continental plate subduction. Rockies Mountain in North America, Mount Shasta in North America, Mount Cotopaxi in South America. These are the result of oceanic plate and continental plate convergence. Other features like volcanic eruption will happen, and oceanic range will form, like Peru-Chile range. Then second is oceanic plate and oceanic plate convergence. So in oceanic plate there will be no formation of mountains, and the older oceanic plate is heavier and it will go under subduction. As ocean crust is thin, no fold mountains is formed. Example like Pacific plate and Philippines plate. But volcanic eruption will occur, or sometimes island formation take place. So, and oceanic range will form the deepest range, that is Mariana Trench, located in Western Pacific Ocean, is formed due to oceanic plate convergence. Third is continental plate convergence. So amount of subduction is minimal because both plates are too lighter. And when collision happened, heat produced at the boundary, which leads to crustal deformation and rocks get compressed. And due to compression, fold mountains are formed. For example, formation of Himalayas happen due to continental plate, like Indian plate and Eurasian plate. So in how Himalayas is formed, like this Indian plate and Eurasian plate converge towards each other. So in that case, fold mountains are formed. Volcanic eruption, there is no volcanic eruption because the lacks of material such as water, sediments, which melt easily. So this is how Himalayas are formed. We will later see how it formed in detail. Now, convergent प्लेट बाउंड्रीज के से क्या लैंड फॉर्म्स फॉर्म होते हैं, ये क्वेश्चंस जनरली पूछे जाते हैं. तो लैंड फॉर्म्स फॉर्म होंगे कन्वर्जेंट प्लेट बाउंड्रीज में आइलैंड्स, फोल्ड माउंटेन्स एंड ट्रेंचेस. ज्योग्राफिकल फिनोमिनन क्या क्या होता है, तो अर्थक्वेक, वोल्केनोस एंड एनी कन्वर्जेंस ऑफ ओशियनिक प्लेट. वोल्केनोज का फॉर्मेशन कब होगा, एटलीस्ट वहाँ पे एक ओशियनिक प्लेट का, जब ओशियनिक और कंटिनेंटल या फिर ओशियनिक प्लेट का कन्वर्जेंस होगा तब जाके वोल्केनिक इरप्शन होगा. सो आप वहाँ पे देखो पैसिफिक रिंग ऑफ फायर. ओके, सो पैसिफिक रिंग ऑफ फायर, वो पैसिफिक ओशन में पूरा एक सर्कल आपने देखा होगा. तो पैसिफिक रिंग ऑफ फायर का फॉर्मेशन क्यों हो रहा है, ओशियनिक कन्वर्जेंस एंड ओशियनिक कंटिनेंटल कन्वर्जेंस के कारण. And why this region is called as Pacific Ring of Fire, because continuous volcanic eruption taking place across the region. And now let's see the Indian plate and its movement. So a stage of formation is like, this is the Indian plate and this is Eurasian plate and this is ocean plates, which was called as Tethys Sea. So subduction of sea floor started due to convergence. Some parts subducted towards Indian plate and majority of subduction took place towards Eurasian plate. Due to oceanic plate, the Tethys Sea volcanic eruption occurred. After volcanic eruption, Tethys Sea disappeared. Rate of subduction was slower than the rate of collision. When this Tethys Sea disappeared, then there is continental plates. So what after collision leads to upliftment and compression of seafloor. Here you can see like Indian plate and this is Eurasian plate. This is Eurasian plate, and when they both converges, then this sea floor rises up. And after that, continental convergence started, and so formation of Himalayas took place. As convergence continues, the folding persists, the height of Himalayas इसलिए कहा जाता है कि हिमालयस का हाइट आज भी बढ़ रहा है. तो रीजन बिहाइंड दैट इज even today the Eurasian and continental Eurasian and Indian plates are converging towards each other. That's why the heights of Himalayas is increasing per year. Every year heights of Himalayas is increasing. So now let's study about, पर हमने कन्वर्जेंस प्लेट के बारे में देखा, अब हम डाइवर्जेंस प्लेट के बारे में. सो डाइवर्जेंट प्लेट को कंस्ट्रक्टिव प्लेट बाउंड्रीज भी कहा जाता है. व्हाई? बिकॉज न्यू क्रस्ट इज फॉर्म्ड ड्यू टू डाइवर्जेंट of plate boundary, and the process is same that the uh, in mental part convection current is going on. So due to convection current, the divergence of plates is happening. Here also due to continued divergence shallow sea will form also, जिसको mid oceanic ridge भी कहते हैं, like Atlantic mid oceanic ridge, and like Red Sea formed between Horn of Africa and Arab Peninsula due to divergent plate. Even if you will observe the map of Africa, you will see that the some part of Africa is being separated, getting separated from its parent part near Lake Victoria and Lake Chile regions. They will be, after many years, Africa will be divided into two parts and new sea will form there. So in a divergent plate, लैंड फॉर्म जो फॉर्म होगा वो होगा मिड ओशियनिक रिज. कभी कभी आइलैंड फॉर्मेशन भी हो जाता है. रिफ्ट वैलीज लाइक ईस्ट अफ्रीकन रिफ्ट वैलीज, रिजर्व वोल्केनोज, eruption happens across a large crack. Then comes the transform plate boundaries, so also known as conservative plate margins, because neither creation nor destruction of crust is occurred. In transform plate boundaries, plates move parallel to each other. Oftentimes, the transform plate boundaries are perpendicular to divergent plates boundary. It leads to significant tension being built up and creation of earthquakes and faults. आपने देखा होगा रिसेंटली टर्की में जो अर्थक्वेक आया था वो ट्रांसफॉर्म मूवमेंट ऑफ एनाटोलियन प्लेट एंड अरेबियन प्लेट के वजह से ही आया था. एनाटोलियन प्लेट एंड अरेबियन प्लेट एक दूसरे को रब कर रहा था. दैट्स वाई टर्की में एक डिवास्टेटिंग अर्थक्वेक न्यूज में ये पिछले साल था. सो फ्रॉम देयर क्रैक दैट इज फॉल्ट का फॉर्मेशन हो जाता है. मेजर प्लेट्स ऑलरेडी आई मेंशनड इट. There are few terms like paleomagnetism. It is a methodology to study age of rocks by studying magnetic field of rocks. So इसके इसके थ्रू हम पता लगा सकते हैं कि रॉक का फॉर्मेशन कब हुआ, किस टाइम में हुआ. And there is other concept is the Wilson cycle. So it is very simple. The earlier whole land mass is one, that is Pangea, which is called as supercontinent. It broke into a small continent. After many years, it will again reunite and form supercontinent, and it will again break into a smaller continent. And this cycle will go on, and this is called as Wilson cycle. So that's all for today. In part third, we will study about earthquake and volcanic eruptions, because that is related to lithospheric part. So we'll conclude that. So thank you very much. If you like it, then please hit the like button, share and subscribe. Thank you.